Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad that I get to meet all of you on virtual and some noise from India, and I could see some of my friends from Australia, Melbourne, also in welcome all of you. I think I established an session. I'm glad to actually share my experience. This morning I had a phone conversation with Microsoft, and I actually told myself that okay, my journey actually started off. It was never intentional, seriously. I admire people who actually started off with great intention and seeing the opportunity, but I wasn't, I was actually amazed and I was amazed with the results of the both, but I never thought it would be this business. Seriously. Looking back that I actually came from, okay, I was in Thailand, it was solely on a corporate thing. But all this my career was never away from sales and marketing and branding exercises. So from telco to business, run business together with my family members. Okay. And actually doing another business year, and then I decided to switch to teaching MBA. Although I actually teach MBA on part-time basis, I would enjoy. Okay, I really enjoy. Sorry from home. Okay. All right, so sorry. Yeah, my daughter just came in. Yeah, from home is like that. Okay. So we got to get used to from home. Okay, but okay. This is my journey. Okay, I started teaching. From part-time. When I was invited. To be a full-time, an MBA instructor at the same time. Thanks so much. Excuse me. Okay. So this is. All right. Right. Okay. So this is amazing, isn't it? To manage, a daughter and at the same time I can zoom to worldwide, global friends. So this is when I actually started to manage a school. The business school, I was actually enjoying myself. I really love education, and I love teaching. Okay, but then things actually changed. Okay, where I was informed by my daughter me because she had some learning difficulties. She had dyslexia. I'm not sure whether many of you know what is dyslexia. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So she had dyslexia at the age of when I sent her to school only an end of her first year of school. Her principal actually notified that this affected that she needs extra care. Because of this. So when I read them for diagnosis. And confirmed she really needs intensive therapies in order to close the gap. If not, she will be lifelong and going into special schools, and special education. So that actually left me choices and my mother. So I left my job. I gave her time. Thank God. Okay, but at the same time, I actually started thinking water. Okay, but that was really not intentional. But I actually wait for an opportunity at that time. I just left, But without holding a backup, but I actually was waiting for an opportunity, but I never thought this was something. Okay. But as my children, I was always, very obsessed in a way to share good things. Where I see, things change in me, in my family, and also my friends. So without, intentional plan, I became safety. So it was like, wow, I didn't know that it's actually a good business at the beginning, okay, until I was also reaching safety. What is good thinking here is that when I never started off intentional, and yet I made it, it means that any one of you who had a plan, who had a goal from the beginning, who were obsessed from the beginning in this business, you that is spend time to do better than anyone, of course, definitely better than me. Okay, so now why was I not obsessed in the business or only obsessed in the water? Okay, because I never thought that this is a business, especially direct sale. Now, how many of you, when people talk about direct sale, it turns you off? If you are one of them, can you type 2 at the chat box? Let me see. It turns you off when never there's anything direct sale. Wow. Okay. So many of you. Yeah. I was one of them. Seriously. I really agree. Okay. And recently, I actually spoke to someone from the corporate throughout his whole life. Okay. He was in corporate and he our BS and he left our company. When I shared with him this opportunity, and he asked me, constantly, how am I going from corporate man come into direct business? How am I going to tell people that I'm in direct sale? So when I look at him, I said, yeah, I was like you. Maybe I should bring this up. Now, you know why? What was your thought when people say direct sale? Don't waste my time. Okay. Because it's direct sale. I think most of the time, most of the direct sales that a lot of people, I think 90% of people, but when they direct sale, they mean that it is difficult to make ends meet if you were to actually do it. Agree. Yeah. It was difficult to make ends meet if you are a sole breadwinner in the family. It could be a part-time. It's good to earn an extra dollars, couple of hundreds, But if you were to actually rely on this business to do it, consistently, and hopefully, within a short period of time, you make ends meet, very likely, because I've actually been that. Okay, I have been in a time where my aunties, I have one auntie that she's obsessed with direct sale. I tell you, she's obsessed with direct sale. How she has how throughout her whole life. I already lost count how many brands that she has actually involved in, but she has never made it. Okay, that actually has imprinted an image in me since young that direct sale is something not serious. It is not a career. So that was my first mistake at the beginning, where I didn't start off with an obsessed manner in running it as a business. I was just obsessed as a user. Yeah. But then when I actually, it only hit me when I arrived at my stage of CAA. Then I realized that, hey, this is very strange. This so-called direct sale is giving me quite a handsome reward. Okay, and I didn't actually started off intentionally. Yeah. So what if that actually hit me like not my head? What if probably this is what I want? Because I could have time with my daughter. I could work from home. She could just come in and pop in and say hi to me, and at the same time, this is income that make me ends meet. So then only I actually started off seriously, to look into this business and be obsessed, So when I actually started this title, it was very funny when I actually forwarded my poster to Sam, last week, and texted me, where did you pick up this word called obsessed? So was it from anyone or from him? So I couldn't recall was there any conversation that you did actually mention being obsessed. But this book actually has made me think a lot, which is this book from Grant Cardone that I'm actually finishing listening the audiobook. Grant Cardone has this book called Be Obsessed or Be Average. Okay, it is a very good book. So this book actually hit me a lot. Okay, and actually is a wake-up call. So when I actually observed Sam, I didn't pick up these words being obsessed from you, but you are one of them. Sam, one of them. I can see that a lot of great leaders, they fell into this category. They are so obsessed in what they do, okay, in a positive way. in a positive way. Okay, and people talk about obsessed, they always relate to a negative way. But if you're obsessed in a positive way, then you take full accountability into what you're doing. Okay. So when I see people whom are still stagnant, okay, in this career or in any career that they are in, probably they have lost their spark because they're lacking of this word that is called obsessed. Okay, obsessed in a positive way. Now, when I actually see people, okay, of course, you ask me, I have a team. I have quite a good team. I actually thank them a lot, for being very supportive and at the same time, okay, they are so groomable. Okay. So at the same time, I can see that some people who remain stagnant and not tapping on their full potential is because they're lacking that is being obsessed. Okay, probably they have not made the decision, but if yes, you should go all out. Okay. Now, when I see those great leaders, these great leaders who have actually made it, people like Sam Sia, people like Chin Xiao Fo, and all these great leaders, even like Michael Saw and all that. These are the people who are obsessed in a positive way in their career path. Okay. When you're obsessed in anything, you are obsessed with the results. If it doesn't fetch the right results, then it makes you think twice. How could you fix the gap? Okay. How could you fix the gap? Where went wrong? Okay. For those people who are neither here nor there, okay, then they'll just sit on their problem and they'll just face the gap and not doing anything about it. Okay. So let me ask you, when someone asks you, what are you doing now? When you meet up someone who is actually new, okay, or who have not communicated with you for some time, when they ask you, what are you doing now? How do you answer? Okay. Now, how many of you come across this that you were like, you will actually pause for a while and think, how should I tell them? Should I tell them I'm actually doing KANGEN and I'm doing this direct? Or you already straight away you know how to start your conversation. If you belongs to number one, that you need to pause for a few seconds before you can actually start to arrange your sentence, okay, to speak up, or you are B, okay. Let me know whether you belong to one that you need to pause a while, or B, you're already prepared and you know how to present what you're doing now. If you belongs to one, you type 1. If you belongs to the second group, you type 2. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay, there are some people who are already ready and they already decided, they know. Okay, but there are still people who type 1. Okay, you need to actually pause. Now, when you pause a while, think what were actually the processes in your mind? Okay, what were your worries? Okay, so a lot of people, okay, when they're obsessed, if you're obsessed in this business, let me tell you, you should fall into the group of 2, the category of 2. Okay, now probably a lot of people will ask me, what is the best way to tell people? Should I tell people that, yeah, I'm into KANGEN water, okay, I'm selling this water machine, okay, it is a direct sale. Now, if you still make the same mistake like this, meaning that you're not obsessed enough, okay, because why you need to pause? Because you know that you fail many times. Every time when you tell people, I'm into this direct sale business, I'm selling KANGEN water, and you notice that people will actually form barrier. Okay, and if you continue to say that, I can assure you, you are still not obsessed in looking for the right solution for yourself. Okay, so now I'm not here to teach you how to actually start conversation. Okay, but okay, this actually shows that you do not know how to fix the gap. Where if you continue to fry the same dish, and every time your husband or the son tell you that, mommy, it doesn't taste good, and you continue to fry the same time, every time you use the same recipe, I can guarantee you, you're not obsessed enough to look for what is the best recipe for yourself, okay, to make a delicious dish. Okay, so this is something that I want to tell people who are new. Okay, start off intentional, with an intention, okay? If you can see your big why, be obsessed from the beginning. When you're obsessed enough, you can call out the genius in you, in solving a lot of problems, okay, in looking for an answer, okay, go and look for knowledge through trainings, to seminar. You no longer drag yourself to seminars anymore. You no longer drag yourself to training anymore. You do not need STEMCR to sell you, a GPRM or a KANGEN workshop anymore. If you're obsessed, okay? If you're obsessed in your results, in your goal, yeah? So that is why now some people, when they actually start, a while, or probably they are totally lost, halfway through. I believe you have seen people who are like that in this business. Seriously, okay, I wouldn't say that 100% everyone comes in while everyone will actually take off. I will never say that it is an easy business. Seriously, up to now, I still think that there's a lot of gaps to fix for myself, for my team. Okay, in fact, for most of the people, yeah. But then when you're obsessed enough, you realize that, right? Nothing can topple you, especially rejections, especially judgmental views from others, from people whom are very near to you, who are very close to you. If you're obsessed enough in a positive way, okay, nothing can topple you. You can move mountains. Seriously, okay? So start off intentionally, okay? Don't be like me. Don't make the same mistakes because why? Because it's that word of direct sale. That word of direct sale actually, did not let me start beautifully. Yeah, it did not let me start beautifully. But then again, if you actually use the positive thinking, right? People like me who didn't start off positively, in a obsessed way, also could make it. How about you all? Okay, I can see they are so passionate. Okay, so passionate about this water and this business, and this is an opportunity for you to reach your life goals. Then be obsessed. Okay, this word is important. If you're obsessed in providing a good life for your family, then there's no reason for you to say, to give yourself an excuse. Yeah. So this is where, when we talk about be obsessed, okay, be obsessed in helping others. That is very important. Our intention has to be right. When you share this opportunity to people, what were your intention? Are you obsessed in just selling a machine? Or are you obsessed in helping this person to overcome his challenges? Be it that he has got, physical health challenges or financial challenges, or he's just lost, Are you obsessed in helping people? Now, this works the same way as, are you obsessed in helping your team? Are you obsessed in helping them to grow? Are you obsessed in helping yourself to grow as well? Yeah. Okay. So this word it really hits me and is so meaningful. And I always love, for those people who can't read, go for Audible book. Go for Audible book. It's actually easy. Okay, like it's a storytelling. Okay, if you download Audible book, some of the authors, they themselves are the narrator, which is very interesting. Okay, so now if you ask me, in the team exercise, how to practice this being obsessed, to be obsessed in a positive way, it has to start from you. It really has to start from you. Okay, so this is something that no one could actually teach, but you have to make a decision and be obsessed. Meaning that you have to fire yourself up and you have to show sparks in your eyes. Okay, you have to show sparks in your eyes. Okay, that is to be obsessed. Okay, now I have very short sharing today. Okay, probably I will open up to Michael Saul to ask me question. Okay, because to be obsessed, I can see only great leaders. I see great leaders are always possess this good traits, that is be obsessed. Okay, they are obsessed in their business. So if you belongs to one of them, I congratulate you. I congratulate you. Okay. I'll see you at the top, seriously. Okay. So now I declare, okay, it is a very short sharing, but I'm open to no questions. I declare that all of you, okay, at this Zoom session, that, all of you are going to be obsessed in a positive way, okay? And this is going to set you free from today onwards, okay? Your transformational change begins here, seriously, okay? How many of you in the level of 1 to 10 in terms of obsessed in the business? Where are you? Level 1 is just a little bit, probably not. Level 10 is superb, excellent. Where are you? Wow, let me see. Okay, wow, 20. How about our Malaysian counterparts, our Malaysian friends? Wow, okay, 5, 6. You have to find a reason to make a decision, okay, to be obsessed. Great. Sam, I congratulate you. You have many 7 and 8 and 10 and 9 from India. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's good. So you see, now this is important. Yeah. Okay. Go and read this book. Okay. I would like to share this book. It's a very good book. Maybe I just type on the chat box. Okay. Be obsessed. Oh. Yeah. Background. Okay. You can download ebooks. You can get audible books, which is very interesting. I love that. Okay. So, okay. Right. Back to you, Michael. Probably you have some questions to throw for me, to share seriously. When I actually set this this title, I just see a lot of people are lacking in this. And that's why they are where they are. Okay. Especially for new people, seriously, you ask me, okay, be intentional. Yeah, be intentional and be obsessed. And for sure, okay, share seriously. When I actually set this this title, I just see a lot of people are lacking in this, and that's why they are where they are. Okay, especially for new people, seriously, you ask me. Okay, be intentional.
Humble and very valuable gems that she has picked up in this KANGEN business. Someone asked in the chat box, Yvonne,
yeah,
from a person with your strong educational background, a professional, someone senior in the industry as a lecturer in the university, how would you answer if somebody asks you, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah, now. Let's say
Now,
somebody
what
asks
am
you.
I doing? I will tell people that I am into a franchise business. I'm into a franchise
franchise business. Okay.
Yeah, I'm into a franchise business and I'm looking for a franchise partner. Okay, so when people ask me, okay, there are certain words that, if you want to continue the conversation, there are certain dirty words that you cannot tell, right? You have learned in EKW, right? Am I right? Okay. So can someone type in the chat box just to check those people really are they still awake in EKW? What have they learned? What are the dirty words? Type in the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay. There are certain dirty words that you cannot actually say. Alkaline water, water filter, filter and alkaline. Yeah, that's right. Okay, direct sale. That's right. Okay, these are all the dirty words that you shouldn't say. Okay, especially when you start your conversation. Now, when people ask me, when you actually put the whole thing on the table and show people your business opportunity, when you start, I'm doing a franchise business, it is a global master franchise business. And I'm looking for, my job is to help this Japanese company to look for the franchise partner overseas. So now, when you start this sentence, I think it's good enough that people will start asking you what it is, okay? Then the 4 dirty words shouldn't come in. Water filter, alkaline water, direct sale, MLMs, and all those shouldn't come in, okay? So when you start that, then they ask you what it is, then you ask them, are you looking for an opportunity? Okay. The best way to answer is to give a good question. If they say yes, okay, then you start, telling about the company, okay, what can they actually do? What is the value of our machine? Don't talk about the machine yet. What is the value? It helps people to achieve better health, it prevent cancer, and that kind. Then people will say that, wow, this is actually a huge market. And then, you follow through. All right. So I cannot tell you, guide you, one by one, but I think this is a good starting point. This is a good starting point, okay, for all of you. Rather than, that's why, because why? I think I have seen people who keep on, failing into, getting people to be interested to even listen, is because straight away they touch on the dirty words. Okay, straight away they touch on the dirty words. And people just resist straight away. But coming in, are you having a good intention? For sure, yes, because you know that, this is not an ordinary direct sale that couldn't make ends meet. This is a business, it's a global business, the concept, is a franchise, kind of thing. And at the same time, you can touch a lot of lives. You can touch lives. So with all the good intentions, it makes you obsessed. It is able to make you obsessed in what you're telling, because you know inside your heart that you are helping. You are giving a good opportunity. Okay. Now, a lot of people, they always tell me that, is this called lying? Anyone has got this reply when people ask you how to, and then you say, then is there anyone ask you that, are you trying to say other things? I say, no, this is not. Okay, this is the truth. This is the truth. Probably the person who asked you, okay, these questions, they are not obsessed in this business and they don't believe in this business yet. Close case. If you have come across any of your team members who ask you this question, you know that, this person may not need so much of your time and attention because he himself have not seen it yet. All right. Now, if you ask me, of course, I believe anyone also have, a very motivated, a very obsessed team, and also those who you hope that they can do more, but they are not. Okay. But anyway, okay, to start this, conversation is very important. Yeah. All right. So I hope I answer your question, whoever who actually point this up. Yeah.
Yeah, you did very well there, Yvonne. I think you have given a few good tips in there, which are gems. One of them you were talking about, it goes to prove words have power. And the way you say is to use choice words to attract people into your business. So that's part of law of attraction. There are good words to use or lousy words to use to chase people away. But you chose to use positive words. Great advice.
Right.
Great advice.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question to ask. How many of you over here are part-time? Can you put PT in the chat box?
Don't forget some-timers also.
Yeah, part-time, part-time.
You may want to define what is part-time, Yvonne.
Part-time means you have a full-time job, okay? But at the same time, you do it, part-time. I will explain this, yeah, a sample word. I will just, okay, part-time. Okay. Have a part-time job. Okay. There are many of you are part-time. Okay. So those people who are part-time, what is your obsessive ranking from 1 to 10 in this business? Those people who answer me, you're part-time. 5, 7, 6, 3. Okay. All right. 3, 7. Okay, great. Thank you for your response. Now, look, if you ask me part-time or full-time, that actually is not important. You could have someone who say that they work on full-time and yet their attitude is like no time. Am I right? I think we have seen people who are like that. Okay. So that is actually not important, but the important thing is that how committed are you in this business? What is your intensity of your obsessiveness in this business? That is going to take you a long way. What is called part-time? You could do part-time, but your results could be better than any full-timer. Okay, because you're committed. You have already made the decision. There are certain hours, in every day that you have committed that you have to make it work. So part-time or full-time, take it out from your conversation. If you want to impress people, okay, that seriously is irrelevant if you ask me. It's your attitude and how obsessed you are in this business. Okay, yes, correct, Sam. The measure of, yes, the measure is not whether you're full-time or part-time. It's how obsessed you are. That's right. Okay, so put away that, because when people ask you this, are you full-time or part-time? It could be a trick question. If you're part-time, who cares? Okay, I need an opportunity, but I want someone that is committed. All right. Okay. Okay, great. So any more questions? Yeah, I think I quite like this kind of interactive kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam, you have anything to add on?
Yeah, okay, sure. I agree with you 100%, Yvonne. Now, I was truly obsessed when I first started KANGEN, all right? And I am still obsessed about KANGEN. So I may be full-time sometimes, I may be part-time sometimes, I may be not be doing KANGEN sometimes also. But when I do KANGEN, I'm truly obsessed. Now, I was in a meeting on Tuesday, at a meeting in the morning for 3 hours, and after that went for another meeting for 4 hours. And if that is not obsessed, I don't know what is obsessed. So you really put it so well, you really sum it up. So, there are a lot of full-timers who are not in KANGEN. There are a lot of full-timers in KANGEN. They're not doing anything else, and they brand themselves as full-timers, but they're not obsessed. And because they're not obsessed, when you are obsessed, there's something in you, in your operating system, in your head. And when you're like, it's like when you're obsessed, it's like you are engaged in first gear, second gear, and you're revving all the engine up, taking up to 4,000 RPM, rather than just cruising along at about 1,000 RPM. Not sure whether you'll be successful in this business or not. But when you're obsessed, your operating system is that you truly want to be successful. You do not want to be disappointed with yourself, and you cannot accept any result other than you putting 100% into this. And if nothing works, you continue to work on it, on yourself, and you just expect results at the end of the day. And with that thought in the head, and it's in your entire being. So when you're out there in the world, it shows up. It shows up for your prospects. It shows up for your future partners. And it is so very true. Yeah. So
that's right. Remember the word IOMA, all out massive action. Right. Okay, that you always call for it. Actually, is to be obsessed. Once they are obsessed, they can do IOMA. If they are not, they call for it, but they just, it doesn't actually relate. Yeah. Remember the 100% all out massive action?
Exactly.
Yeah. The word that we always call for. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, any more question? Okay. Do I see any chat box? What's your initial approach with new corporate and intellectual professionals to introduce KANGEN? Now, I can't answer you on this, okay, seriously, because you still need to touch base, okay? People who are in a corporate, who are in the professional line, okay, it's a very individual kind of thing. Are they looking for opportunities, or are they actually in trouble in looking for, to boost their health and all? So this is something that you still have to touch base and talk more. Okay, then explore. But if you ask me, with the pandemic condition right now, I think 90% of the people are looking for opportunities. But you just have to dig out first. Without digging out, for you to throw on the table, a business opportunity or a KANGEN benefit, I think is you are actually fishing. You're just trying to fish, but you're not sure. Okay, what is the baits that they like, right? So you still have to, warm up. You still have to warm up and ask before you actually, can make a better decision what to say. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Can I contribute here, Yvonne, to the
Yes.
question? Okay, you see, I think many of us, right, we have this idea in our head that, the corporate people or intellectual professionals, we need to treat them in a way where they can understand us. But, the fact of the matter is this: they are as human as you are. Okay, a corporate man, and especially in this time of this pandemic, many of them are out of a job. Many of them has been they're taking a pay cut from. Some of them are even taking about one third of their being paid one third of their normal salary, and they're always looking for something else. And if somebody who's basically even uneducated, if somebody who is even uneducated were to talk to them, but if this corporate people knows that this uneducated person may be able to give him a solution, he will be all ears to listen to anything. So don't have this idea that just because somebody is from the corporate world, or he may be more intellectual than you, that you are not able to communicate with him. Our business is so simple, right? So you just have to be able to ask for their permission to listen to you, and just be very cordial about it, and be nice, and just ask whether you can show them what you are doing. Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Yvonne, what are your thoughts about the future of this business? Because there are already some people saying that the market is saturated in Malaysia and whatever. More as an excuse.
Saturated in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Based
what are
on
your thoughts?
based on what facts is that this is actually saturated in Malaysia?
Opinion.
Opinion. Based on opinion. And this is not accurate. As a professional person, you ask me, of course no. If you ask me, I think we have to base on facts. Okay. The saturation only comes in when the market penetration is above 50%. Okay. But the Malaysian market, if we are ambitious enough to target 20%, only in Malaysia, 20% of the families are using it. I think we've only covered like less than 5%, if I'm not mistaken. That's the numbers. Yeah.
Figures for you guys. Okay, I just learned not too long ago in the last few days that there's two water filter companies in Malaysia. One is called KOE, and another one is called Kuku. All right. KOE has been here for the last, I would say, maybe the last 15 to 20 years. I've also informed that KOE has already sold more than 1 million water filters in Malaysia. Okay, and that's for one company called KOE. And there's another company called Kuku. Kuku has been in Malaysia for the last 7 years or so, and they have sold about 700,000 machines. So we have 1.7 million from just these two companies alone. Okay, and KANGEN machines in Malaysia has only sold about no more than 75,000 machines. All right. So 75,000 machines, that's about less than 4% of the combined sales of Kuku and KOE. So there's no way. I mean, you are right. Our market penetration is well below we are looking about less than 5% of the Malaysian market. Yeah.
That's right, Sam. That's right. So, and again, okay, Kobe and Kuku is never our competitor. Not at all. And we are actually awaiting the conversion from them from using a clean water filter to a Kangen machine, because it is so multifunctional. It is a smartphone kind of thing, you know. So, you know, the wave of, you know, switching over is ready, is almost ready. So it's whether, you know, we are here to catch the ball or not. Okay. So for those people who have opinion that, you know, this is saturated, I think I would suggest you to go and check again, okay, the numbers. Yeah, probably it's just your social circle of people who have heard of Kangen, but they have not used it yet. If you talk about they have used it and they're using it, the adoption already taken place, then probably, you know, you have to look into it again. But a lot of people have heard about it, but they are not using it, and that is not called saturation. Okay, yeah.
I would
Yeah,
like
it
to
looks
add.
like we are still in the early adopter stage.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Sam, for sharing the figures. Figures
Right.
doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Opinion does. Thank you,
I'd like to
Yvonne.
add something to what Yvonne has said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, when you mentioned Kangen, some people they have heard about it. Okay, and that makes it more easier. That makes, in fact, that makes it easier for you to speak to those your prospects. If your prospects say they've heard about it, good. Then you ask your prospect, what do you really know about Kangen? Can I have the opportunity to tell you more about this, or to show you what the Kangen water really is? All right, and many of them are now in a more in a better space for listening for Kangen. You know, if they are looking for an opportunity. Now, there's a question here from Lloyd. Lloyd requested he posed a question: how to start a good conversation the right way? Perhaps now we can throw the question to Yvonne. Yvonne has already said it. Perhaps Yvonne
Yeah.
may want to repeat.
Sam, I'm interested to know more from you. How do you actually start the conversation instead?
Okay, all right. Okay, are y'all ready? Can y'all just be sitting up straight and lean forward? I want to pay attention. Who's ready? Who wants to hear? Type in yes in the chat box. You know, it must be a resounding yes before I start to open my mouth. Wow. Okay. All right. First of all, I mean, with anybody, always build rapport with people. Always build rapport with people. You know, especially when I speak to strangers, right? And strangers, there's so many strangers in the world. I always ask about them first. I never talk about myself. Always ask about themselves. You know, when I get into a Grab car, I will ask, how long have you been driving the Grab car? A Grab car is like an Uber in Malaysia, and ask them, are you doing this full time or part time? Okay, and ask them, what were you doing in the past before you started driving Uber or Grab? And now you just want to ask them, and just be very interested in them. And then more often than not, they'll ask you what you do. All right. And then I explained that I'm with a Japanese company doing this very high quality consumer product for the mass market. Okay. It's a premium item. And then I asked them, are you happy with your financial position? Do you are you looking for are you still looking for any business to do? Okay. And then I start to tell them about my company being from Japan. I've been in this business for so long. And I asked them, how about are you open to take a look at our franchise business? So more often than not, they say yes. And you just have to do your follow-up. Of course, you come across some people who are like, they're very adverse to direct selling companies. So you just have to speak to more people. You get yes and no's, and after a while, for those of you who are not so familiar with asking such questions, you just have to try it out. Just have to try it out and fail a few times, and after a while, you'll be getting the hang of it. Okay, I'm still work in progress, by the way. I hope that has helped to you all. Yes. How about you,
Yes.
Yvonne?
Yes. Actually, always started off by being interested in their lives and ask more questions. This is very important. A lot of people make the first mistake is too excited to tell too much. But without actually understand and to dig out more information. Be interested in their lives and be interested in what is their needs before you jump into the conclusion that they will, whether you should actually propose a Kangen machine for their health or propose it for business. Yes, Sam. But then most of the time, when you ask the golden question about, are you looking for an opportunity, or are you happy with your current financial stand? I think a lot of people will say that yes, they want more.
Good.
Yeah.
I respond to that.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
If the response say, so hang on, did they say yes to that they are being open to take a look? All right.
Yeah.
And what if they say no? What if they say no? If they come back with a negative, right? Then you can throw back a second question. You can say, I fully respect that you're not open to take a look, perhaps, right? But however, may I ask, would you be interested to feel 10 years younger? It's like a fallback question, right? This is something that I learned from Bernard Chan, right? Because when people say no to looking at a business, right? When you ask the question, how about, would you be interested to look at to feel 10 years younger? It's like, who would want to say no? They must be stupid, right? Yeah.
True.
Now, Yvonne, how about we can maybe hear from some of the others here how they would ask, how they would start a conversation with a prospect.
Yes. Why not?
Everybody.
Yes.
Your
Let's
Sifu,
learn from everybody. Yeah.
your Sifu is here. Sifu Chin.
Sure. Sure. Can we can you contribute something here now?
Wow. Okay. I think that's great. I was just talking about when you talk to people, how will people respond, right? Actually, I learned this from Sam also. Ask questions, ask them and see how they feel. Yeah. But if you don't know what to, you just ask them and see what's the response first before you go into that. A lot of us, we're trying to give solutions. No solutions. You must find the problem first before solutions. You know why many people, they don't like Kangen water? When some of us, we go to talk to people about Kangen water, they don't like because they feel they don't need it. Because you have not talked about the problem first. Try to find out the problems before you come to offer them the solution. So what kind of problems? So it's either these two. You try to get it out from them, yeah? So it's either these two. One, health. They are actually worried about the COVID, so they want to protect their family. Or most of those people, right now, they are thinking about finance. So that is our conversation. Before that, we should talk to these people first. Find out some of the problems that they have, then before you give a possible solution to them. Okay, yeah, that's my sharing.
Okay, thank you, Shaw. Now, I'd like to everybody. I'd like everybody to pay attention to Shaw's something in his room. There's something behind him, right? It's called a flip chart. See what he's got on the flip chart. It's US 297. He's promoting the GoPro event to his team members. See there? Okay. And he's also promoting the Essential Kangen workshop. But what I really want to draw your attention to is this. The fact that he has a flip chart in his house. Okay. The flip chart let me tell you something. The flip chart is an essential part of your business. I just wanted to highlight that. So if you do not already have a flip chart, invest in a flip chart. It only costs, that particular flip chart, the one I like very much, costs 330 ringgit. Okay, and it can really do, it will, okay, maybe you would like to hear from Shaw. Shaw, what has the flip chart done for your business?
Wow, it's very useful when people are here, then we start to talk. Okay. Now, whatever you want to do, you want to do it bigger. Okay. That's how you want to do your Kangen water business bigger, do bigger. Okay. So you want to write bigger. So that is the first thing. It helps, you know. So sometimes, you know, how we do our Kangen water business. I give you a joke. You know, last time we used to do Kangen water. Every cup we put a little bit of water, put 2 drops of the pH tester. Why? Because we want to save on the pH tester. How many of you are like me? So it's not just the pH tester. It's everything that we do it small. Oh, learn it. If you want to do a demo, use a bigger cup, put more water, put a lot of pH tester inside so that people see the result. You want to write something, do it bigger. I think this is good. This is easy for people to see, and wow, it's easy. It's easier to get message across.
All right, good. Okay, thank you, Shaw, for your contribution. All right.
Right.
How about we hear from Michael?
Me? I think we got a Sifu now listening in, Judy Fleming. She may have something better to contribute. Judy, are you keen to contribute? To add in on what we have been discussing?
You have to unmute yourself, Judy.
Yeah, Judy.
Hi, I want to say, I don't know if you remember, Sam, when you first came to Singapore, you were in Singapore, you visited me, and you brought a flip chart to my house. Do you remember? You did. You left it here for a while because you were moving around, and you were so generous in sharing and training. We were learning, and you were doing the flip chart. You know, it was like amazing, and the flip chart is really good. I'm a paper person, so I agree with you. I really agree with you. So I want to thank you. And I love this questioning technique. I mean, although we hear it often, we read it often, but we may not practice it. And I like what Sam say. I do it all the time still. I just practice it for practicing sake, you know, perfect practicing. So there's no reason for anybody to say that they can't find. It's actually I used to be a very shy person. You know, how do you approach people, right? But I had to force myself to just say hi. And I like this thing that I always use. You know, if you go to food court or anywhere that you eat, right? To build rapport, I like to do this. I look, because I love all the food, right? So, and I don't know what to order, you know, sometimes. So I look at people's food and I ask them, wow, that looks really good. Where did you get that? And they're so willing to tell you where it is. In fact, they'll tell you, okay, you go and get there. It's long queue. I reserved the seat for you. So that's one way that I get to know people. Just actually getting to know them and practice getting the rapport of just chatting with people. For people who are new and who are afraid, I use that a lot. So you can try that.
Great.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you for sharing.
So okay, I'd like to ask the crowd here. Listen, everybody here, how was the session that you got from Yvonne today? Wasn't it amazing? You know, it's just you don't have to be a part-timer nor full-timer. All you need to do is to be obsessed. You know, I again, Yvonne, thanks for the reminder. I need to start reading the book, Be Obsessed or Be Average. I've been recommended this book so many times by so many people. Just that it's among the many books that still waiting to be read, sitting there in the library. Okay, so look at that.
I would advise people to get the Audible book. It's actually very easy to listen while you're driving. Just listen. It's good. And the narrator is Grant Cardone himself.
Oh, that's even more powerful, because this guy has got his obsession oozing up from him. Yeah. So I would definitely go for the audible version. You're right. So okay, we have come now. We got another few more minutes to just round this off. Michael, what do you say?
I think there's one guy we should call upon to say a few words. Our team member, Yivonn. He is a Grant Cardone man.
Yes. Yivonn, where are you?
Yeah, Herman Kumar, the 10X man. Herman, are you still in?
Yes, I'm here. One second.
Go on and share why you put the 10X all over.
Oh, okay. Something is happening. 1 second. I just moved into a new home, so just setting things right. Can you all hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Awesome. So what was the question? I missed it.
We are talking about Grant Cardone and his book. You are the 10X man. Tell us why you're so excited about Grant Cardone and his 10X.
Yeah. So what 10X means to Grant is not just financial success or not just in terms of health, but 10X is an all-round thing with everything like spirituality, financial success, health, family, relationships. So anything that we do, right, we have to give it 100%. So 10X means that if you want to get to where you want to be, you just increase your goals. So many people say that, okay, this is how the family should be, and they adjust to it. But that's not an ideal family to them. So that's their goal, right? Now, in order for them to achieve that goal, they have to put in more efforts. So 10X is that. I mean, that's what 10X means to Grant, and that's somewhere that I want to be myself, because I see that guy. He's fit. He's 62 years. He's fit like anything. I mean, and he's financially successful. As family, I mean, the most happiest couple, and he has amazing kids. And as a company, it's a growing company, flourishing company, and all round, I mean, the followers. And he says this thing that when I leave, people don't remember me for the wealth. People don't remember me for the things that I had, but people remember me for the things that I did. So that's something that, you know, that's something that makes me follow him. And that's what 10X is all about. So if you want to have a life like that, just go read the 10X book. I'll just show you the book. Just a second. Just have it with me here. And by the way, I'll just show you this. Here is like my small book library. And and here is the book, the 10X rule. Yeah. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So 10X rule.
Have you read Be Obsessed, Herman?
I've listened to the audiobook.
Right. Okay.
Be obsessed or be average. So you either are obsessed, not full-timer or part-timer, but you're obsessed 100%, or you're just average. Average is nothing but a mediocre life.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Herman. All right.
Welcome.
Congratulations on your new home.
Thank you. Just